So today we're going to be installing our brand new AIRTEC undertray for a MK7 Fiesta ST. Now there's a very important reason to why we've manufactured these, and we're going to get Ant to tell you right now.
Yeah, one of the big problems with the Fiesta STs is they don't come with any undertrays at all. So like everything's exposed. So you have this tiny little plastic lip here, and then everything underneath is open. So any debris or things going on track just come up and hit boost pipes, sump.
So Ford choosing to not have an undertray on this car is a risky decision. Any piece of debris on the road can be shot up into the engine bay and it can crack your sump, crack a gearbox housing, rip a belt apart, and it can even tear boost hoses as well. Now I'm sure having increased airflow was a big factor in Ford making this decision, so when we're making a new one we have to keep that in mind.
Our main priority putting this undertray is we still need to maintain a nice level of airflow. So we have put 2 scoops back in. This one's great because as you can see it directs air straight back up into the turbo locations. The back of the engine bay, so it's tight, it's hot, it's compact, so it's nice to keep a nice bit of fresh air up there to keep that cool. It's always nice to put a gearbox one in, direct nice and fresh air to the gearbox, especially as I said, these guys are pushing them on track now. It's nice to keep a bit of airflow underneath, especially as the car doesn't come with one as standard. I've also, this plane, I've set lower. So basically what I've done, you can see these top hat mounts that I have at the back. It keeps the undertray just off the rear subframe, which again, same principle, it will allow air to pass down and under the car, so you still get air away from the back of the rad and the bottom of the engine, things like that.
And now it's time to install this undertray to the Fiesta. Now the good news is that there's no undertray to remove, as the Fiestas never came with one, but the bad news is that means there's no fittings for them either, so you will need a riv nut gun to complete this process. So using the riv nuts supplied in the kit, you want to do 2 on each side of the subframe next to the arm and 1 in the middle. And once they're complete, you can slide up the undertray, and we're going to put it between the 2 pieces of plastic, wedging the aluminium and the plastic together. Now before tightening all of the bolts that come in the kit, we would recommend putting 1 at the front and 1 at the back loosely, just to make sure that all the others line up correctly. And once you've got all of them threaded, you can tighten them all down. And the final thing to do is secure the side panel down with the plastic pop clips. And with the undertray installed on the vehicle, you can clearly see the amount of protection it offers. And you can also see the air ducting and air venting which has been manufactured into the undertray.
Obviously, because this car doesn't come with a standard undertray, like say like a Mark II or Mark III that we've done, it has all the original locations for the factory undertray. Obviously, this car doesn't have it, so we've had to sort of make up where we want to mount the undertray too. So obviously you saw at the back in the previous video, we had to put riv nuts in his back subframes. This is a nice solid mount. This is not going anywhere. You've got 5 bolts at the rear holding that on. The more tricky part was the front. Obviously, as it said, it's not designed to have a front undertray, so we had to finally use 3 front tabs that run along the front to basically give us a position to mount to. Our undertray fits over like this, so you can imagine you've got your bracket on the undertray and you've got a tab, a plastic tab at the front. Undertray will slide over, and then you'll basically bolt between the 2. So you have a riv nut at the top, which basically sandwiches all the plastic and alley together. So it incorporates these side push fits on the sides you've seen me putting in earlier. So yeah, it has all the OEM factory fittings. There's no trimming or cutting required.